So we've been looking at some of the new guns coming out in 2017 because I'm just really excited about checking them all out. So joining us now is Matt Hornback from Legacy Sports International. What's going on, Matt?
Not a lot. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. So tell me about the new series of HCR, am I saying this, Howa Chassis?
Yes, the HCR is the Howa Chassis Rifle.
Gotcha. Okay. So tell me a little bit about this chassis in particular.
All right, I got one behind me.
Hey, I'm always up for looking at guns. Here we go.
All right, so what we have here is the Howa Chassis Rifle. It's a modular chassis design, becoming quite popular in the bolt gun world these days. Mm-hmm. Allows you to use standard AR-15 style furniture for your grip and your buttstock. It's got a Luth AR buttstock on it, an ergo grip, accepts AI style mags, pretty standard in the bolt gun world. Comes in a number of barrel configurations and caliber offerings, and we offer this as a rifle only or a scope package.
Okay. Now, for people who are kind of really not too familiar with bolt actions and chassis setups, can you kind of quickly explain what is the benefit or the purpose of a chassis when you start talking about a bolt gun?
So chassis allow you to basically tailor the rifle to fit the shooter. A lot of problems with rifles is they tend to not fit the shooter. Mm-hmm. Companies before have taken a one-size-fits-all approach, and that doesn't need to be the case anymore. That's why the AR-15 platform is so popular, is the modularity of it. You can fit pretty much anybody, collapsible stocks, different grip angles, you name it. So really you can take this bolt gun and have a multitude of shooters lay behind it and put rounds effectively downrange.
Awesome. Now I see in the 223.556 version, you guys are running a 1-in-9 twist.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any particular reason why you went 1-in-9 instead of the kind of typical, I guess, 1-in-7, so forth?
So 1-in-9 is SAMI specification, okay, which has been a standard for many years. We're actually working on different rated twist variations and everything. But for your standard varmint hunters and everything, they prefer a little lighter bullet. Long-range shooters like a higher ballistic coefficient. So we have different calibers to accommodate that, like 6.5 Creedmoor, 308. You name it.
Gotcha. Now, that particular stock, so that adjusts. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because I'm looking at the rifle now and I'm completely distracted because it's a good-looking setup. So talk to me a little bit about the stock and some of the different functions that it's capable of doing in terms of adjusting for, my particular cheek weld and so forth.
I gotcha. So this is actually on a 6-position buffer tube, so you can actually increase the length of pull by sliding the stock back. You can also fine-tune the length of pull with this adjustment right here, okay, and really go, long or short depending on the shooter and how they like to set their rifles up, how they set them up. Your comb adjustment is right here, finite adjustment, really simple, very intuitive to work and set up, so you don't have to take a lot of time. There's no tools involved. The Luth AR stock setup was really well designed. That's why we went with it. So we are pairing this with a 20 MOA rail and a long-range scope that we offer from Nico Sterling. Okay. So it's really awesome.
Is it a self-branded scope?
Nico Sterling is a sister company of ours, okay, and we use the scopes exclusively on all our rifle packages.
Okay. Awesome. And so as far as the forend, I'm seeing that's a M-lock, correct?
Yeah, it is M-lock, and okay, that's something that instead of doing key mod, we went M-lock. Seeing a lot of companies start switching to M-lock, so we went that direction, and it's a really good platform to use.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting freaking confused. We went from key mod. I thought that was the bee's knees, and now we're at M-lock, and then I don't even know what to do anymore these days.
I think M-lock is going to be more standardized.
You think so?
Key mods seem to be kind of a fad. Uh-huh. They look cool, but carrying those key mods around.
I think key mods are a little busy for my taste. I like the kind of simplicity of the M-lock design, but I came up during the era of key mod, and when it was all the rage, and everybody was like key mod, and so right, now almost my rifles are key mod. Now I have to start switching over to M-lock, which is a little annoying, but nonetheless. So with the barrel configurations, what type of barrel lengths are we talking?
All right, so what we offer in this is a 22-inch standard barrels. So. And that's a number 2 taper, so it's a little fine, it's a little lighter, it's for hunting, and that's kind of a separate thing. We do offer it in 22-inch standard. The moneymaker on this is going to be any of the number 6 contour heavy barrels. So that'll be a 20-inch, a 24-inch, and also new for this year, a 26-inch threaded. So we have threaded and fluted options available. So we have a ton of different barrel configurations and options for the shooter, whatever their preference.
That is freaking amazing. 26. Have you noticed a 26-inch long barrel make that much of a difference in terms of capabilities?
Velocity, yes, especially if you're trying to push out, past 1,000. You really want to get as much velocity as you possibly can.
Okay.
So it does help.
Awesome. So what are we going to be looking at price-wise on something like this?
So the scoped black package is available as a rifle only, starting at MSRP at $1,239, and the scope package dips into about the $1,400 MSRP, and then it goes up. We have a multicam Cerakote option with a Cerakoted barreled action and a multicam dip chassis with FDE furniture. That goes for a little bit more, but awesome value. And you can buy these complete, ready-to-go packages, and you don't have to source your own glass or anything.
Okay, that's amazing. I mean, it's a good-looking setup. I'm not going to lie to you. But no, man, thank you very much for kind of giving people insight to the new gun that you guys are coming out with. So are they readily available now, or?
These are shipping currently.
Okay.
We're getting supply of the actual chassis systems. Accurate Mag / BML Tool is the one that's producing these for us. Accurate Mag is a very well-known company in the bolt gun world. They make these awesome AI mags that actually, their magazine system currently holds the contract for the U.S. Army's M2010 system. So they have a great reputation, and the fit and finish of these chassis is second to none. Awesome.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to show that to us, man. I'm really appreciate it. And I'm pretty sure those things will fly off the shelf.
We're already getting a great response from them.
Absolutely, man. You have a good one, Matt.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You too. All right, guys. So now, before I wrap up today's show, I have a personal note. The Boston Globe printed a piece this week called "More Guns, More Risk for People of Color." Here's a quote. "More people of color with guns will likely result in more people of color dead or in prison." Like, they actually printed this. And you see, the exploitation of racial tension is a big business in this country nowadays. When you only give a platform to the far extremes, i.e. the covert, overt racists and those who believe everything is racist, you only get deeper racial division. Telling me I'm a victim every chance you get doesn't empower me. It facilitates feelings of inferiority, self-pity, hopelessness, and unhealthy dependency on a group of people who only see me as a human stepping stool to facilitate their need to bask in their own self-righteousness. This Negro pity party is getting old. And if you really want to help black gun owners, how about you start changing the narrative and glorify the countless positive images of black gun owners and the non-black gun owners who embrace them, and stop force-feeding us inferiority. I'm not a stray dog. I don't need you to save me so you can put a collar around my neck and then say you own me. Either empower my self-sufficiency or leave me be, because I will not let you continue to make a victim out of me. And that's going to be it for today's show, guys. I'm Colion Noir, and this was another episode of Seeing Life.